It's not that the borders are porous or anything. They are doing it deliberately just to influx these people to come and give them vote. They will undermine the people in the country because they have some hope somewhere. That's why they don't care. But if we are very, very serious, we tighten our borders, then why are we going to look for foreigners to put us to power? Which means we are not sure of ourselves, because if you are sure of yourself, where you come from, your people will love you to run because they have seen the quality in you.
If we are to move forward, the security agencies to tighten up their loose end, appoint people that are willing to work and to do their best for this country by appointing them in those loose ends. Majorly speaking is the border. And equally, for those who have the voters card, I'm encouraging them to come out in mass and vote.
Borders, I don't think the government is doing enough because the security is not there. If the security are there, are they flying from air? If they are flying from air, I think we have Air Force. If they are coming from the land, we have customs. They are not very, very effective. The security agents has to sit up, because if these things continue, I don't know where this country is going.
As the world marks International Mother Language Day today, some people have expressed fears that if care is not taken, Nigerian indigenous languages may go into extinction. Those who spoke with us say due to globalization processes, indigenous languages are increasingly under threat and disappearing. When languages fade, they say, the future may be lost.
I'm encouraging parents to teach their children our native tongue, our native language is very important, so that thing don't die away. They say the children are our future. If you don't teach the people that are coming to represent you in the future, the language will just disappear, and that's not a very good thing to do. I had my own experience. I didn't teach my daughter because I was trying to teach the language that was spoken where I was living. Now we came back, she's angry at me, so she's trying to learn it, on her own because she likes it. She said, "Mommy, I'm missing something. You didn't teach me the language."
Personally, my own children, they don't hear my language, and it's very, very sad. In case you have visitor, maybe you want to communicate in your vernacular, your children is English, so there is no secrecy in that house. I will try to advise parents that they should do more. The problem is when you don't speak your dialect to them, they don't know. Sometimes my children say, "Daddy, what is our language?" Sometimes I'll feel embarrassed, I'll be ashamed. So but now I start teaching them small, so they are picking up, they're interested, and I will encourage us to be taking the children home at least once in a while, because some children, they are born here, they don't even know where they came from.
It is very important for parents or the guardians to teach their children on how to speak their mother's tongue. Nowadays, especially, for example, I'm an Igbo man. You find out that some parents, they are no longer teaching their children their mother tongue. Why? Because in the name of township, government is not even helping the issue. In schools, I remember during our own time, like what we call 3 languages, they made it compulsory in the schools. But this time around, it's no longer mandatory. All those things is fading away. All those things are not even putting into consideration. So I encourage every parent and every Nigerians to teach their children their mother's tongue.
According to some reports, more than 50% of the approximately 7,000 languages spoken in the world are likely to die out within a few generations. The theme for this year's celebration is Linguistic Diversity Count for Sustainable Development. The death rate caused by road accidents is increasing every day in Nigeria, and the people are saying most of the deaths are avoidable if only motorists will do the right things on the road. This is because human error, negligence, and disobedience of traffic rules are the major causes of road crashes in the country.
Any driver that wants to go on a road, he has to go for a proper training. If not that, there will be so many accidents on the way. And they should know when to be on a high speed or to be on a low speed. There are some road signs on the way that indicate this way is like this way is like that. So you know the place to go at the right time.
They should fix the road, and drivers should take precautions, and they should have a limit to the drive. You don't rush into anywhere, so you just have to go gently. And the roads too, they should be officials, like conducting people. That's another factor.
Most of the accident is due to human error. Don't let correction that can get things right is sometimes because they don't know that when they are in engine, there are something they have to apply, taking precautions, and they'll be conscious. You are driving, and you are driving others as well. They are not driving alone. You have to drive and drive the person behind you, drive the person in front of you. If you want to overtake, you must to be aware of your overtaking.
Lagos should be something that we should look up to, because if they have good officials on the road, drivers will be first to apply caution when they drive. Then the government should do things for the road. The road should be fixed.
Federal Road Safety Corps Public Education Officer BC Kazim and his deputy Tanimu, in this interview, told us about the safety tips needed to prevent road crashes.
If you are a driver, please be careful. Maintain all the rules and regulations. Don't drink and drive. Do not overtake anyhow. Do not use your phone while driving. Use your seatbelt always. Do not overload your vehicles.
The rate of crashes on our Nigerian roads are very alarming, and we need to change our attitude. Most of these roads, we've been plying them, we know them. And this vehicle that we drive, it's not something that we want to test our driving proficiency and say we want to end the speed. Speed thrills, but it kills. So for you to abide by safety regulations, there are specific speed for different category of vehicles. For commercial vehicles, especially the buses, they shouldn't go above 90. And for small cars, they should not even go above 100. If you stay by the regulated speed limit, I'm sure the rate of crashes will reduce.
A teacher at Government Day Secondary School, Sankalawa in Bungudu local government area of Zamfara State, has allegedly flogged a student to death. The news agency of Nigeria now reports that the incident was revealed today by the Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Muhammad Abubakar Gumi. The Deputy Speaker, who spoke during the Assembly sitting in Gusau, said that the House had received several reports on the issue. According to him, another incident at Government Female Day Secondary School, Kwashi, had led to the injury of a student in the school after the vice principal allegedly subjected her to heavy punishment. Gumi described the actions of the teachers as unfortunate and vowed that the Assembly would not allow the matter to pass. The news at 6 now takes a break. We'll return shortly. Stay with us. Welcome back to the news at 6 on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. We now go to the foreign scene. Gunmen have killed 6 people in an attack on a police station in a small South African town on Wednesday, stealing quantities of weapons and a vehicle in what police are treating as a robbery case. 5 police officers and an off-duty soldier were killed in the attack in Nkobo, southeast of Johannesburg. Police spokesman Vishnu Naidu said the robbers entered the station and randomly opened fire on the police officers on duty. Naidu said the gunmen also shot a bystander who turned out to be an off-duty soldier as they fled in a stolen police vehicle. South Africa's police minister Fikile Mbalula called the attack a national tragedy. And in sports, Russia has paid the $15 million it was fined in December when the country was suspended by the International Olympic Committee (IOC) for mass doping. AFP reports say on Wednesday that the fine has been paid. The payment of the fine by the Russian Olympic Committee is one of the IOC's key criteria in deciding whether to lift Russia's suspension before the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics closing ceremony on Sunday. The IOC barred Russia from the Olympics on December 5 after allegations that it had organized a huge system of doping at the 2014 Sochi Olympics, where host Russia topped the medals table. A team of 168 Russian athletes deemed to have proved they are clean have been allowed to compete in Pyeongchang under the banner Olympic Athletes from Russia. And now to end the news, let's bring you a recap of our top stories. Minister of Interior seeks enforcement of law against illegal possession of firearms. INEC 8-member committee begins probe of underage voting in Kano. On the foreign scene, gunmen attack police station, kill 6 in South Africa. And in sports, Russia pays $15 million Olympic doping fine. That's the news from Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, Abuja. My name is Inyene Ibanga. Thanks for staying with us.